What is up, guys? Sadly, tonight, my partner in crime, Ace on 3000, couldn't make it. So, that means that Drop the Effing Mic will not go on for tonight. But, and there is a but, there will be my very own show. That feels good to have one. It is the DragonHeart special, episode 1. So let's get it going. Pretty much Raw's been great tonight. We started out Raw, Stephanie McMahon coming out here. And oh yeah, by the way, guys, just because we don't have Ace on here, that doesn't mean we're not gonna have any fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun. But Stephanie came out and everybody, she got those boos, man. I'm just being straight up. She got booed. She came out with a bag in her hand, and I was just like, man, what the heck is this? And she had gotten the ring, and she had started talking. She probably talked for about 1 minute. It was enough time for me to get a nap in. And that's when all I heard was, "Here comes the money, money." My bad, guys. My singing is horrible. But money, 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 money. And he came out, and Shane McMahon came out, and he was basically just talking to her about like what happened at Payback last night and how the reconnection between the McMahons are starting to come back together, and how they were starting to become family again. She was just she said, I couldn't say it better myself, Shane. I'm so happy that we're coming back together as family. And she took in the bag. She gives Shane the bag. She said, and here is a proof that I want a truce on this whole family rivalry thing. And Shane, he took out a picture frame of, like, it was the same picture that Vince had torn up. Like, he had broke the other night. The picture that he had said right before Mania, like 2 weeks before Mania, I think he took the picture and he threw it up on the top of the stage, and he was just like, "Man, I have no son. I don't care if this is PG or not. I'm gonna say whatever I want, and I have no son, you son of a bitch." And all that stuff happened, and it kind of, apparently Stephanie felt that it hurt Shane, so she pretty much just gave it back, and then this led into Kevin Owens coming out, and because they were talking about which ideas that they wanted to do for that night, and Shane was just like, "Steph, you go ahead and he said, Steph, you go ahead and give your ideas," and she said, "No, Shane, you go ahead and give your." They were kind of feuding back on whose ideas they should take, and out of nowhere, that's when who all knows it, KO comes out, and KO was pretty much, he was upset because he. Last night, he interrupted the IC title match because he didn't get his own match, and it was stupid. But he came out, interrupt both of them while they were talking, and said that he deserved the title match. And that led to Cesaro coming out, and Cesaro was just like, "Man, you deserve a title match. I deserve a rematch for you getting involved in my match." Cesaro was not happy about that at all. So they ended up having a match for the new number one contender. And Miz and his wife were at ringside, and it was a good match too. Like, gosh, it was a great match. Man, Cesaro, that man is athletic. He hit this one drop kick. That man he had momentum. That man went from one side to the other side to one side to the other side. It was insane. And that man, Cesaro, he is in shape. Cesaro honestly has to be one of the best WWE athletes I know. Actually, one of the best in the company, to be honest. I honestly feel that he is going to be a great champion one day. And, if not one day, now. He can hold the title. And his, his speaking has gotten better on the mic. It's pretty good. And, okay, let's see. The next match we have is Goldust and Breeze, Tyler Breeze. Now, this whole thing is not making sense to me, man. It's just kind of gay. I don't know, man. It's kind of weird, bro. You got men filling up on each other and stuff. Like Goldust and Goldust, man. Like Goldust and Fandango are supposed to be tag team partners. You got R-Truth, man, which, why in the world you got making fun of the black guy? You know, they got this man with he trying to act like, Ty Breeze with a selfie stick because Ty Breeze supposed to be his new tag team partner. And, like, Ty Breeze, man, like, R-Truth, man, he has this selfie stick. It's like a stick. It's like a branch, and it had a phone taped around it. I was like, wow, man. And he followed Ty Breeze out there, and he was just following Ty Breeze the whole time. I was like, wow, man. Like this, like at one point in R-Truth's career, that man was fighting John Cena for the title, almost beating Cena, and now we've come to this point in his career where he's doing this kind of stuff. He's just making these little funnies and jokes and stuff. But I was like, bro, what the heck is it? It was horrible. I'm like, man, what the heck is this? It was like you had Goldust touching all up on Fandango, Fandango touching on Goldust. You had R-Truth. I swear, R-Truth and Ty Breeze, man. They just kept looking at their penises. It was weird. I don't want to get off the subject, but long story short, man, it was weird. But long story short, Goldust was able to. Goldust got rolled over by Ty Breeze off a distraction by R-Truth. Like R-Truth started doing this little dance, like his little dance move, and it distracted Goldust, and Ty Breeze rolled up Goldust, getting him to the victory. Let's see. Next, it was the AJ Styles, Roman Reigns, Luke Gallows, and the Uso type, a promo, and they were out. They were in the locker room, and AJ, like I said this earlier in my video, guys. This had me pumped earlier, but like you had like AJ's starting to take this turn, man. He is like it's almost like he's heel, but he's not heel. The crowd's not looking at him as a heel. The crowd's looking at him as a awesome face, and AJ, that man he's living up to it. That man, He's living it, man. That man is living the life. Like I've never seen anybody that's able to, like this ain't the type of Roman Reigns deal. Roman Reigns with this, I'm not a heel, I'm not a face, I'm Roman Reigns. That's horrible, man. AJ Styles is actually living it, like living the truth. That man is living real. He's actually doing both, man. And I like it. I'm loving it. And I cannot wait until Extreme Rules to see what happens with that. Okay, and the New Day. Okay, next you have the New Day coming out addressing Enzo and what happened last night with that. Man, that injury last night with Enzo, and that was brutal. That was just like that man's neck hit the ropes, man. That was like it was game, guys. Like straight up, that looked like it was game. That man's neck bounced off those ropes, and I thought that man was done. I really did. I was scared for him. I was very scared for him last night. And like the New Day, they pretty much just gave the update. They say he had a concussion, but the New Day put up a picture of him, like he was The New Day put up a picture of him, like he was like pointing at the camera, and he was smiling. It said that Enzo had just got released from the hospital. So yeah, Enzo is he's officially been freed from the hospital, and hopefully he will return soon. And let's see. Up next we have this Primo and Epico, and like they provide a look at Puerto Rico. I don't understand. I don't understand what this is. Pretty much what this means. I really don't. I don't get it. I don't get what this is supposed to be leading to. But there's not really giving much information on it. But in this commercial, they pretty much just showed, how they were just talking about, Puerto Rico, Mexico, all that kind of stuff, and they were just showing like the good things that were there. And then when we came back to the show, we had we had a match. It was the Von Villain, like the Von Villains, and the Dudley Boys on one side, and you had the New Day and Big Cass on the other. And like they had a good match. It was a really good match. I was like, man, this is the best. This is one of the best matches, like best tag team matches I've seen in a good minute. Hey, this guys, this Raw was actually really good though. I really wish Ason had been here to, make this video with me. But man, they had a great match. It was a great tag team match, a lot of action. Kofi Kingston hit this splash. This man's knees touched his chest, like straight up. This man, he went high too. His knees literally touched his nipples, man. It was weird. I was like, how did your body do that? And Kobe hit that splash, taking out. He took out one of the Von Villains, and then after that, Big Cass, he hit this little finisher. He hit this finisher, which it wasn't little at all. It was. I forgot what the name of it was, but it was epic. Let's see. Next we have Becky Lynch and Emma, the new Emma. That prison time Emma. That's stealing from Walmart. Which, by the way, guys, she really didn't steal. She did not steal from Walmart at all. But it was a misunderstanding, and they had this match. And Emma, she went ham on the Lynch. Like, I hate the fact that they're jobbing Lynch because I'm a big fan of Lynch. But, like, man, dude, they are jobbing her. And Emma, she has this new finish. Is a Machanuka driver, man. And she drove Becky Lynch's head into the ground. And that was game, man. That prison time, bro. She started lifting them weights. Those 3 days she was in prison, man, she started lifting them weights. She got stronger. Way stronger. And then, let's see. Up next, we had... Up next, we had Dean Ambrose, and Dean Ambrose having the highlight reel with Stephanie McMahon as the guest, and this was it was okay. I mean, pretty much Dean Ambrose was just trying to force her into going and getting back to the way she used to be, because Dean Ambrose at the beginning, like around the beginning of the show, Dean Ambrose he said I don't believe that he was just like MILF. I'm joking, but he said, I don't believe that you've changed, Stephanie. I feel as you're the same old Stephanie McMahon. You're your daddy's little daughter, and you're always trying to get your way. And she was like, Dean, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just trying to do my job and get along with my family. And she said, how about this, Dean? She said, tonight on the Ambrose Asylum, I'll be your guest. And Dean Ambrose was just like, oh, really now? And he was just like a mill. I'm joking, but once again, another laugh, haha, funny. But she came out, and he kept trying to force her to show her true colors apparently, and Stephanie wasn't buying it, and so anger, Stephanie finally got a little aggravated. She was like, you know what, Dean? She said, I noticed that this like Ambrose Asylum, it's been kind of maybe knocking you off your game lately. And, you haven't been as focused. She said, so you know what? She said, you don't have to worry about the Ambrose Asylum anymore. She said something like, oh yeah, Chris Jericho's highlight reel came back. And Jericho and Ambrose, of course, after the match they had last night on Payback, and Ambrose beat Jericho, then as soon as Jericho came out, they started fighting. They started fighting a lot. And Dean Ambrose had this plant called Mitch. It was like his first like when the Ambrose came out, man, he had this plant called like Mitch, and I don't understand what the point of this was, but Jericho he knocked Dean Ambrose out with a kick, and he took Mitch and he knocked it right upside Dean Ambrose's head. And that was it for the Lunatic, and Ambrose was out, like out cold, like straight out. And then after that, we figured out that on SmackDown, we are going to have, for the first time that the highlight reel is returned, we're going to have Sami Zayn as the first guest. After this match, we had a battle royal for the U.S. title. I love this because I didn't see it coming. I could not predict this in a Raw, and that's what I love. I love when I can't predict, anything. And so it was a good match. And of course, we all know last SmackDown, last Thursday, um, the League of Nations broke up, but all three of the League of Nation members were in this match. So they pretty much they had a stare down at the beginning of the match, and they all just started fighting each other. Everybody else got eliminated, and it was 4 men left. It was like the last 4 men was Zack Ryder, Rusev, Alberto Del Rio, and Sheamus. And all four of them, they start going at it, and then the first person eliminated after that was Sheamus. Like Rusev hit that running super kick, that jumping super kick, and he knocked Sheamus into the ropes. And then Alberto Del Rio ran, clothesline Sheamus, knocking Sheamus over the ropes. And then Alberto Del Rio, he did that super kick, the super kick that pinned Cena for the U.S. title. When he returned, he hit that super kick on Sheamus, and it knocked Sheamus out, and Sheamus was eliminated. Then after that, Del Rio was kind of taunting, and he turned around, and Rusev was there. No. Yeah. He turned around, Rusev was there. Rusev knocked him over the ropes, but he wouldn't fall. He kicked Rusev in the face, like knocking Rusev back, and he turned around, and Zack Ryder was there, and Zack Ryder elbowed that man in the face and eliminated him. And so it was left Rusev and Ryder. Ryder went on the roll, man. Ryder was whooping tail right up until Alberto. No. Not Alberto, but Rusev. Rusev, he started thinking about, the sex he would get later on that night. Lana, anal, if I win, I get anal. Yeah, so, that pushed him. And, it just couldn't beat Ryder's drive. And, Ryder was about to throw him out the ring, and Rusev reversed it and just threw Ryder out. And Rusev will go one-on-one. Rusev will go one-on-one with, Kalisto at Extreme Rules. That's going to happen. And then on top of that, you have, let's see what's next. You have, that's right. So knowing that Rusev, has won this match, because we be seeing the dominant Rusev again. And, it's been a while since we've seen a dominant Rusev. Rusev has been taking the turn for the worse lately, especially, when he joined the League of Nations, it kind of got sad for him. So, let's see. Next. Next, we have this, it was a Divas, I don't know why, I got to get used to saying women's, my bad, guys. It was a women's situation here. And Charlotte came out, and she pretty much, that screw job last night. That screw job. Ring the bell. Whoa! Ric Flair. The Ric Flair. Hey, I paid the referee. All that hot garbage. And actually, it wasn't hot garbage. Actually, it was okay. I just don't know why they wanted to reenact, this situation. And they Ric Flair and Charlotte came out, and they brought out the ref too, and they were asking the ref, did we pay you and did we cheat you? And he said no. No. At first he was just like, yeah. He said, yeah, she didn't tap. I mean, yeah, she tapped. Well, no, she didn't really tap, but she was screaming, yeah, stop the match. Yeah, she was screaming it to me, so I just stopped the match, And I had to run because I had to go to the bathroom. He was just pretty much explaining himself, and and then after that, Natalie came out. She said, "I'm sick and tired of this bull crap," and she pretty much, Charlotte tried to get a cheap pit on her, and she went ham on Rick. She went ham and hit the sharpshooter on Rick, and that was game. And then let's see, after that, the main event. Main event, you had Team AJ versus Team Roman. Team AJ, as we all know, is the Gallows, and the Luke Gallo and AJ squad. And you have Roman Reigns and his squad, the Born Uso. Crappy wrestlers. You have them, and in this match. It was a great match too. It was a really decent match. The length wasn't as long as people wanted it, but it was a really good match. And then like on the top, like and pretty much to top everything off. Let's see. Like AJ Styles hit the phenomenal form on Jimmy Uso, knocking him down, and I mean he pinned Jimmy, and then like they had threw a chair in the ring. They wanted AJ to attack Roman, but AJ said I don't want to attack Roman, and he threw the chair down, and the Usos came in and grabbed the chair and hit AJ with it, and then AJ's squad dealt with the Usos, and then Roman Reigns saw what was happening. He got up. That man, Superman, punched AJ, threw him outside, and powerbombed him through a table, and that was it. That was game for that man. So, I mean, that pretty much sums up Raw, man. It ended with nigga getting put through a table, and it was sad for AJ. I don't think AJ's ever felt the pain like that in his life, but that's what happened. So, like, comment, subscribe, guys, and states, hopefully next week, Drop the F and Mike will be back in session. And I hope you liked the first ever DragonHeart special. So, peace.